Hello friends and welcome to Healthy Aging Bites, where we dive deep into simple, science-backed habits that help you stay sharp, strong, and thriving after 60. If you're in your 60s or beyond, you might have asked yourself this at some point. I eat well. I don't smoke. I even go for walks. So why am I still tired, achy, forgetful, and just not feeling like myself anymore? Today, I want to share with you a true story, a moment that made an entire auditorium of over 400 doctors and medical experts fall completely silent. The moment that stopped the room cold. At an international medical conference a few years ago, a well-known oncologist stood on stage and said something that shook us to the core. 90% of my cancer patients had no idea that something was growing inside them until they were diagnosed, and by then it was often too late. He went on, "The scariest part of illness isn't the pain. It's how quietly it begins hidden in the everyday habits we think are harmless." When he finished speaking, no one in the room said a word, and that silence spoke volumes. We all knew it was the uncomfortable truth because we had seen it ourselves again and again. That moment was a turning point for me. I began devoting myself to studying how human cells, especially in older adults, live, breathe, thrive, or slowly shut down. And what I discovered changed everything I thought I knew about aging. Your cells aren't dying from old age. They're suffocating. One of the most groundbreaking discoveries in medical science came from Otto Warburg, the Nobel Prize-winning physician and researcher in 1931. He made a shocking claim. Cells don't die from aging, they die from lack of oxygen. It sounded simple, but it completely changed how we think about aging, disease, and longevity. When your cells don't receive enough oxygen, here's what happens. Your blood becomes more acidic. Metabolism slows down. Your immune system weakens. And over time, chronic inflammation, diabetes, heart disease, even cancer can begin to take root. But here's the good news. You can reverse this process without pills, without expensive machines, just by making a few small changes every single day. Eat this every day and you will live to 100. Fact or just hype? The title of this video is Over 60? These simple foods could help you live to 100. I know what you're thinking, and skepticism is fair, because no single superfood is going to magically get you to 100 if you don't drink enough water, don't move your body, don't get quality sleep, or even worse, breathe the wrong way. But combine a few small, proven lifestyle shifts. Science has shown that you can reactivate your cells, slow aging from within, and allow your body to heal itself naturally, powerfully, and sustainably. So, what are these small but powerful habits? After more than 30 years in medical practice and deep research in cellular health, inspired by the work of Otto Warburg, I've put together what I call 8 simple principles that can transform the way you age. These aren't extreme diets or workout plans. They're daily habits like swapping your morning coffee for warm lemon water, adding one fresh salad to your lunch, walking just 15 minutes a day, practicing one breathing technique every morning. Simple actions, big rewards. These aren't just theories, they're real results. Today, I'll also share with you real-life stories, like Linda, who thought her joint pain was arthritis until she hydrated properly and felt 10 years younger. George, a retiree in Florida, who completely turned around his digestion just by eating more raw greens. And dozens of others, real people over 60 who found new energy, clarity, and joy through these 8 principles. And at the end of this video, I'll share with you something very special. A 24-hour blueprint tailored for adults over 60, covering what to eat, how to move, when to breathe, and how to rebuild your cells starting tomorrow. You don't need expensive supplements or fancy treatments. You just need a guide and a willingness to begin. Before we get started, if you find value in this video, and I believe you will, please hit the like button, share it with a friend or loved one, and subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites. And don't forget to tap the bell icon so you'll be the first to know when our next video is live. Every click, every comment, every share is what helps us continue creating science-based, uplifting content for folks like you who deserve to live longer, stronger, and more joyfully. So now, let's begin with the very first habit, the one thing most older adults are doing wrong every morning, and how you can fix it in just 2 minutes. Let's dive in. Principle 1. Start your day the right way with warm lemon water. Let's begin with something so simple that most people overlook it completely. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. And yet, many of us over 60 make the same mistake every morning without realizing it. We wake up and reach straight for a cup of coffee, or worse, nothing at all. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good cup of coffee just as much as the next person. But coffee first thing in the morning before your body has a chance to wake up properly is like stepping on the gas in a car that hasn't even warmed up yet. Your body, especially after a full night's rest, is desperately dehydrated. While you sleep, you lose water through breathing, sweat, and even digestion. By the time you wake up, your cells are begging for hydration, not caffeine, water. That's where this one small habit comes in. Start every day with a glass of warm water, with a squeeze of fresh lemon. Sounds too easy, right? But it works. And here's why. Warm water gently wakes up your digestive system and rehydrates every cell in your body without shocking it the way cold water or hot coffee can. It also helps to thin the blood, improve circulation, and kickstart your metabolism. For older adults, these small boosts matter more than ever. The lemon? It's not for flavor though, it's refreshing. Fresh lemon juice adds alkalizing minerals like potassium and magnesium to your bloodstream. Even though lemon is acidic on its own, it has an alkalizing effect once metabolized, helping balance your body's pH level, something Warburg emphasized in his research. When your body is slightly alkaline, your cells thrive. When it's too acidic, your energy dips, inflammation rises, and chronic conditions get a stronger foothold. Take it from Nancy, a 68-year-old grandmother from Oregon. She came to one of our workshops complaining of brain fog, bloating, and stiffness in her hands every morning. When I asked what her morning routine looked like, she shrugged and said, "I get up, drink my coffee, read the paper, then have breakfast a little later. No water, no movement, no hydration." I suggested just one small change. Start her day with 8 to 10 ounces of warm water and the juice of half a lemon before anything else. She was skeptical, but agreed to try it for 3 weeks. What happened next surprised even her. Within a week, the stiffness in her joints began to ease. After 2 weeks, her digestion felt smoother, and by week 3, her brain fog had noticeably lifted. "I thought I was getting old," she told me, "but turns out I was just dehydrated." And she's not alone. So many symptoms we blame on aging are really just signs that our cells aren't getting what they need. Water is life, and the older we get, the more intentionally we have to supply it. If you're worried about lemon juice and your tooth enamel, no need to stress. Just drink it through a reusable straw and rinse your mouth with plain water afterward. That's a tiny price to pay for what you'll gain in energy, clarity, and digestion. Still unsure? Don't take my word for it. Try it tomorrow morning. No sugar, no coffee first, just warm water, a little lemon, and your body in its purest, most natural rhythm. Hydration isn't trendy. It's timeless. It's the first message you send to your body every day. And if that message is one of care, nourishment, and oxygenation, then your cells will thank you. Your brain will thank you. And over time, your future self will thank you. Coming up next in our journey, why your lunch salad might be the most powerful anti-aging tool you've never used. But before we go on, take a second to hit that like button if this gave you something new to think about. Leave a comment if you already use lemon water or want to start. And don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites. Tap the say your bell so you don't miss what's next. We've got plenty more simple habits that just might add years to your life. Principle 2. Eat a salad every day. Nourish your cells from the inside out. If warm lemon water is how we wake up our cells, then a fresh salad every day is how we feed them with life. Not calories, not comfort, but real, living nutrients that help our bodies function the way they're meant to, especially as we age. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. A salad? Every day? Maybe you've never been a salad person. Maybe you grew up in a household where vegetables were boiled until mush, or where salad meant a chunk of iceberg lettuce under a mountain of ranch dressing. But the truth is, a properly built salad is one of the most powerful health tools available to youth any age, and especially after 60. Let me explain. As we age, the body naturally becomes more acidic. This isn't just about heartburn or acid reflux, it's about the internal environment of your blood and tissues. Otto Warburg's work made it clear, disease thrives in an acidic environment, and cells lose their ability to use oxygen effectively. In that state, you feel tired, you feel stiff, you get sick more often, and it becomes harder to bounce back. But here's the good news. Raw vegetables, especially leafy greens, are nature's way of restoring balance. They help alkalize the body, oxygenate the cells, and reduce chronic inflammation from the inside out. Every time you eat a fresh salad packed with spinach, kale, arugula, cucumbers, herbs, peppers, and cruciferous veggies like broccoli or Brussels sprouts, you're not just eating healthy, you're actively helping your blood become less acidic. You're feeding your mitochondria tiny engines in your cells that produce energy. You're giving your body tools to repair itself. Take George, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Florida. He came to one of our healthy aging workshops feeling sluggish and bloated after meals. Even though he thought he was eating well, he was eating meat, bread, and cooked vegetables, no processed junk, but his meals were heavy, and his digestion was slow. When we looked at his plate, something was missing. Living food, raw food, fiber-rich, enzyme-rich, alkaline food. I suggested he start small. One bowl of fresh salad every day, before lunch or dinner. No creamy dressings, just olive oil, lemon juice, a pinch of sea salt, and lots of colorful vegetables. 3 weeks later, George came back with a grin on his face. "I'm not kidding," he said. "My belly feels lighter. I'm not crashing after lunch. And my knees feel better than they have in years." That's not magic. That's biochemistry. When you eat raw greens, your digestive enzymes work better. Your blood flows easier. Inflammation goes down. Even your mood improves, because certain leafy greens support brain function and neurotransmitter balance. And here's something else most people don't know. Your body loses its ability to make certain enzymes as you age. This is one reason why digestion gets more difficult in your 60s and beyond. But raw vegetables come packed with those enzymes, nature's helpers. When you eat them, you're outsourcing a job your body struggles to do alone. So, what makes a good everyday salad? It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need 12 ingredients or fancy superfoods. Just fresh, raw, colorful vegetables, a splash of lemon juice, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and maybe a handful of seeds or chopped nuts for crunch and healthy fat. And if you've struggled with salads in the past, maybe they gave you gas or bloating, it might not be the salad's fault. It might just be that your gut wasn't ready. Start slow, chew thoroughly. Use gentle greens like butter, lettuce, baby spinach, or shredded cabbage. Let your system adapt, one forkful at a time. A salad a day won't just keep the doctor away. It might help you avoid medications altogether. It might make your skin glow. It might give you that light on your feet, feeling you thought was gone for good. And above all, it's a way of saying to your body, I still care about you. I still believe in your ability to heal. So tomorrow, before you reach for a sandwich or heat up leftovers, making yourself a simple salad, let it be your daily ritual. Let it be your act of quiet resistance against aging on autopilot. Still with me? If this message resonates with you, hit that AGY button, drop a comment, and tell us what veggies you love in your salad. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Because in the next section, We're talking about something sneaky, something that might be sabotaging your health without you even realizing it. Yep, it's your snacks. And it's time we rethink them. Stay tuned. Principle 3. Rethink snacking. Quiet acid builders that age you from the inside. Let's talk about something that seems small, harmless even, but for many older adults, it's one of the stealthiest enemies of healthy aging. Snacking. I know, a little cracker here, a cookie there, maybe a handful of chips while watching the evening news. It doesn't feel like much. After all, you're not overeating. You're not grabbing fast food or binging on desserts. It's just a little something to keep you going between meals, right? But what most people don't realize is this. Those small snacks could be quietly shifting your internal environment toward chronic acidity, and that's exactly where inflammation, fatigue, and disease start to grow. Remember what we talked about in the earlier sections? Your cells thrive in an alkaline, oxygen-rich environment. When your blood becomes too acidic, often from sugar, refined carbs, and processed salts, your cells get less oxygen, your mitochondria slow down, and your body starts to break down from the inside out. That means every cookie, cracker, sweetened granola bar, or even healthy rice cake might be robbing your cells of the oxygen they need to keep you sharp, mobile, and energized. Let me introduce you to Diane, a 66-year-old retired librarian from Michigan. Diane was smart, active, and ate well for the most part, but every afternoon, like clockwork, she found herself reaching for something sweet. A muffin, a couple of cookies, or even a handful of dried fruit. "I just need something small to get me through the afternoon slump," she said. But here's what was happening. Every time Diane reached for that sugary snack, it spiked her blood sugar. Then, insulin surged to push that sugar into her cells. Within an hour, her energy plummeted, and she felt foggy and heavy. Over time, those little snacks were keeping her in a cycle of highs and crashes, all while increasing systemic inflammation and acidifying her bloodstream. We didn't overhaul her diet overnight. We just changed the way she snacked. Instead of cookies, I asked her to try a small handful of raw almonds rich in calcium and magnesium, with just enough healthy fat and protein to stabilize blood sugar. I also suggested she drink a warm glass of lemon water when she felt that afternoon slump coming on. 2 weeks later, Diane sent me an email that simply read, "The fog is gone. My stomach doesn't hurt anymore. I feel lighter. I thought I needed sugar, but I just needed balance." And she was right. What we crave in the moment is often the opposite of what our body truly needs. That craving for something sweet? It's usually dehydration or stress. That need for something salty and crunchy? Often your body asking for minerals, not potato chips. Here's the good news. You don't have to give up snacks. You just need to upgrade them. Nuts like almonds, walnuts, or pumpkin seeds. Fresh veggie sticks with hummus. A few slices of apple with natural peanut butter. Even a scoop of plain yogurt with a sprinkle of cinnamon. These aren't diet snacks. These are cell-friendly choices, foods that nourish rather than deplete. They don't spike your blood sugar. They don't feed inflammation. And best of all, they leave you feeling full, focused, and energized, not guilty or sluggish. Want to take it a step further? Try adding spirulina into your routine. Just a teaspoon of this ocean-grown superfood contains iron, protein, and antioxidants that support immune function, oxygen transport, and gut health. Stir it into a smoothie, mix it with lemon water, or sprinkle it over a salad. It may taste a little earthy, but your cells will thank you. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to what you put into it. That's not a weakness. That's wisdom. Your body is no longer willing to tolerate what it used to. It's asking you to listen, to adjust, and to feed it with intention. So next time you feel that mid-morning or afternoon hunger creeping in, ask yourself, am I fueling my body or just feeding a habit? Because those moments between meals, they aren't just filler. They're a chance to heal, to reset, to nourish. Make them count. And if this section resonated with you, if you're ready to ditch the cookies and fuel your future, instead hit that high be like button, Leave a comment and tell us your favorite healthy snack, and be sure to subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites. Next up, why just 15 minutes of movement a day could be the best medicine you're not taking. See you in the next chapter. Principle 4. Gentle daily movement. How motion removes acid and fuels longevity. Now, let's talk about something that's often misunderstood in the world of aging and health. Movement. Not exercise. Not intense workouts. I'm talking about gentle, intentional daily movement and the role it plays in keeping your body young, your cells oxygenated, and your life vibrant. Here's the thing. Most people think aging is what slows them down, but the truth is, not moving is what accelerates aging. When you sit still for hours on end watching television, reading, or even resting, you're not just being inactive. You're slowing down your blood flow, stagnating your lymphatic system, and allowing acids and toxins to build up quietly in your tissues. Otto Warburg once said, "When you stop moving, your body becomes acidic," and he wasn't speaking metaphorically. He meant it literally. Because when blood flow decreases, so does the oxygen supply to your cells. When that happens, your energy production crashes, your immune response weakens, inflammation builds up, and over time, what starts as stiffness or fatigue can evolve into serious health problems, joint pain, heart disease, diabetes, even neurodegenerative issues. But the answer isn't to suddenly join a gym or force yourself into painful routines. It's much simpler and much gentler than that. Let me tell you about Frank, a 74-year-old former truck driver from North Carolina. Frank hadn't exercised in decades. He had knee pain, a stiff lower back, and would get winded just climbing stairs. He told me, "Doc, I'm too old for this stuff now." I didn't hand him a fitness plan. I just gave him one instruction: walk for 15 minutes, every single day. No excuses. Doesn't matter how slow, just walk. At first, Frank struggled to even complete 5 minutes, but he kept going. Every morning, right after breakfast, he'd walk around his block just once, then twice, then around the park. By the end of the first month, Frank's knees hurt less, his back felt looser, but more importantly, he told me, "I don't feel old anymore. I feel like I'm waking up again." That's what movement does. It wakes you up from the inside out. When you move, even a little, your lymph system, which has no pump of its own, gets activated. That system flushes out waste, acids, and toxins. Your circulation improves, bringing fresh oxygen to every cell. Your mood lifts, your sleep deepens, and your metabolism gets the reboot it needs to fight off chronic disease. And guess what? You can do this without ever stepping foot in a gym. You can walk around your neighborhood, stretch your arms while watching television, do chair yoga in your living room, dance a little while cooking dinner, stand up and move for just 2 minutes every hour. These aren't workouts. They're acts of self-care. They're how we say to our body, "I haven't given up on you. I still need you, and I'm going to treat you like the miracle you are." Movement doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Even better, moving your body daily helps reduce the very acidity that causes joint pain, brain fog, and fatigue. That means the more you move, the more energized, focused, and pain-free you can feel. And that's not hype, it's cellular biology in action. One of my favorite sayings for older adults is this: motion is lotion. Every time you move even just a little, you're lubricating your joints, clearing your bloodstream, and giving your organs a chance to do what they were designed to do: keep you alive and thriving. So if today's been a still day, start small. Take a lap around your kitchen, walk to the mailbox, do a few gentle stretches before bed, and tomorrow, do a little more. Your body doesn't need to be punished. It needs to be invited. Gently, kindly, daily. If this reminder speaks to you, give this video a like to believe. Leave a comment to tell us what kind of movement brings you joy, and make sure you subscribe and tap the shadow bell on Healthy Aging Bites so you never miss a new tip. Because next up, we're diving into something even more subtle but absolutely life-changing. Breathing. Your show you breathe could be the reason your energy is dropping and your brain feels foggy. Let's breathe new life into that topic together. Principle 5. Breathe better. Reclaim your brain and recharge your body. So far, we've talked about what you drink, what you eat, how you move, but there's something you've been doing this entire time without even thinking about it. Breathing. It's so automatic, so effortless, that we forget it even matters. But what if I told you that the way you breathe could be the missing key to your energy, focus, and cellular health, especially after age 60? You see, most people don't breathe properly. They breathe shallow, fast, and high in their chest, especially when they're stressed, sitting for long periods, or distracted by screens. And that kind of breathing does just enough to keep you alive, but not enough to keep you well. Otto Warburg, the same Nobel Prize-winning researcher we've mentioned before, believed that a lack of oxygen was one of the root causes of disease. Not just cancer, but fatigue, memory loss, inflammation, and even depression. Here's why. When you take shallow breaths, your lungs don't expand fully. That means less oxygen gets into your blood. And if your blood is low in oxygen, your cells suffer. Your brain slows down. Your immune system weakens. Your energy dips. You become more acidic, more inflamed, more vulnerable. On the other hand, when you breathe deeply and mindfully, something amazing happens. Your heart rate slows. Your blood pressure lowers. Your nervous system shifts from fight or flight to rest and heal. And every cell in your body gets the oxygen it's been craving. Let me introduce you to Mark, a 70-year-old retired accountant from Colorado. Mark had always been an anxious type. Even in retirement, he struggled with high blood pressure, poor sleep, and tension headaches. He told me, "I don't understand. I take my meds. I eat right, but I still wake up exhausted." I asked Mark to try a simple breathing technique. Twice a day, just 5 minutes each time. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat. It sounds almost too easy, but it works. After 1 week, Mark's headaches were gone. After 2, he was sleeping through the night. And by the end of the month, he felt calmer, more focused, and lighter without changing anything else. He told me, "I've been breathing wrong my whole life and I didn't even know it." And that's the case for so many of us. As we age, our lung capacity naturally decreases. Our posture can collapse. Stress becomes more chronic. All of this makes us breathe less deeply, and when that happens, our bodies slowly starve of the very thing they need most, oxygen. But you can take that back. You can breathe better, deeper, more intentionally. Start by just being aware of your breath. Notice if you're holding it when reading or scrolling your phone. Notice if your shoulders rise when you inhale. That's a sign of shallow breathing. Then, practice breathing from your belly. Put your hand on your stomach. As you inhale through your nose, let your belly rise. As you exhale through your mouth, let your belly fall. Do this for 1 minute a few times a day, especially in the morning, before meals, or before bed. And don't underestimate the power of fresh air. Open a window first thing in the morning. Step outside after lunch. Take a slow walk in the park. Air that's rich in oxygen and low in indoor pollutants helps reset your brain and recharge your energy faster than any supplement. So if you're feeling tired, foggy, anxious, or even a little low lately, don't reach for another pill right away. Start with a breath, then another, then a daily habit that could change your life from the inside out. Because here's the truth. You can live for weeks without food, days without water, but only minutes without oxygen. So why not make every breath count? If this reminder helped you pause, if it gave you something to reflect on, hit that Live a Like button. Leave a comment with how you feel after deep breathing. And make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications at healthyagingbites. Because in the next video, we're answering a hot question. Is meat still your friend after 60? Or is it quietly working against you? Let's unpack that next. Principle 6. Eat meat the right way. Fuel your body without feeding inflammation. Let's talk about a topic that stirs up a lot of debate, especially after age 60. Meat. Should you keep eating it? Should you give it up entirely? Or is the real answer somewhere in between? Here's the truth. Meat is not the enemy, but how you choose it, prepare it, and pair it that makes all the difference. As we age, protein becomes more important, not less. It helps maintain muscle mass, supports immune function, repairs tissue, and even plays a role in hormone balance and brain health. That's why so many doctors recommend older adults get enough high-quality protein every day. But here's the problem. Not all meat is created equal. Highly processed, fried, or fatty cuts of meat like bacon, sausages, and deli meats are inflammatory bombs. They're often loaded with preservatives, sodium, and unhealthy fats that can acidify your bloodstream, stress your kidneys and liver, and contribute to chronic inflammation. And what does inflammation look like in everyday life? Joint pain, digestive trouble, brain fog, fatigue, and long-term, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer risk. So what's the solution? Simple. Choose clean, lean meats and prepare them in gentle ways. Let me introduce you to Carol, a 67-year-old retired nurse from Ohio. Carol always believed in the power of protein, but her go-to meals were fried chicken, grilled hot dogs, and fatty cuts of beef. She wasn't eating fast food, but she was still feeling heavy, bloated, and tired after meals. I asked her to try just 2 changes for 30 days. Choose lean meats only like skinless chicken breast, wild-caught salmon, or turkey. Cook them gently steamed, baked, boiled, or slow-cooked. No frying, no charred grilling. And here's the key. Balance every meat dish with double the amount of vegetables. After 1 month, Carol returned and said, "I didn't realize how much my meals were weighing me down. I feel lighter, my digestion is smoother, and I'm not so achy in the mornings." It wasn't that she gave up meat. She just started eating it smarter. Your body after 60 doesn't process heavy fats or excess animal protein as efficiently. Overloading it with greasy meats or eating red meat daily creates an acidic environment your cells struggle in. But eating the right meat, in moderate amounts, can support your energy and longevity. Aim for a palm-sized portion, about 4 to 6 ounces, once a day, paired with steamed veggies, leafy greens, and anti-inflammatory herbs like turmeric or rosemary. And don't underestimate the value of meatless days. Giving your digestion a break once or twice a week by swapping meat for beans, lentils, tofu, or hearty vegetables can help the body reset, reduce acid buildup, and keep inflammation in check. Think of it this way. You're not depriving your body by eating less meat. You're freeing up energy for your cells to repair, cleanse, and thrive. And yes, meat can absolutely be part of a healthy aging lifestyle. Just make it clean, make it light, and most of all, make it balanced. So if this section gave you a new perspective on your plate, hit that like button, leave a comment telling us your favorite lean protein source, and be sure to subscribe and tap that CODBO so you never miss an episode of Healthy Aging Bites. Because next up, we're going to bust a huge myth about vegetables. Yes, some veggies might be aging you faster, and you'll want to know which ones to avoid after 60. Let's explore that surprising truth next. Principle 7. Choose the right vegetables. Stop feeding hidden sugars to your cells. Let's bust one of the biggest health myths out there. All vegetables are good for you. Surprised? Don't be. Because while vegetables are essential to a long, healthy life, not all of them are created equal, especially when it comes to cellular health, blood sugar, and inflammation after age 60. Here's what most people don't realize. Some vegetables, especially starchy ones, break down quickly into sugar, and when you eat them in large amounts, they can quietly increase blood acidity, spike insulin levels, and promote inflammation. That means even if you're skipping dessert, you could still be feeding the same metabolic fire just by overloading on certain veggies. I'm talking about common favorites like white potatoes, corn, cooked carrots, beets, peas. They're not bad foods, but for many older adults, these high-starch vegetables behave more like sugar than salad. They break down quickly in your gut, raising blood glucose and triggering those familiar symptoms: energy crashes, brain fog, joint pain, and stubborn weight gain. Let me tell you about Shirley, a 71-year-old gardening enthusiast from Arizona. Shirley thought she was doing everything right, eating home-cooked meals, loading her plate with vegetables, staying away from processed junk. But she was still dealing with bloating, fatigue, and achy knees that made it hard to move around her garden. When I asked her what a typical dinner looked like, she said proudly, "Roast chicken, peas, and mashed potatoes just like I've made for years." I nodded and smiled. Then I asked her to try something new. For 3 weeks, instead of potatoes and peas, she would swap in steamed zucchini, roasted Brussels sprouts, sautéed bell peppers, baked eggplant, a side salad with lemon and olive oil, all alkaline-forming vegetables, all low in sugar, all rich in fiber, antioxidants, and minerals that help support healthy blood pH and oxygenation. After just 10 days, Shirley called me. "It's like someone turned off the inflammation. My hands don't ache in the morning. I don't feel puffy or heavy after dinner, and I'm sleeping deeper too." That's the difference between feeding your cells and accidentally overfeeding your bloodstream with sugar 7 when you think you're eating healthy. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up potatoes forever or fear carrots. It's about proportion, awareness, and variety. Try this. Fill half your plate with leafy greens or cruciferous veggies like kale, cabbage, cauliflower. Keep starchier vegetables as a small side, not the main event. And when in doubt, go colorful. The more vibrant the vegetable, the more anti-aging compounds it likely contains. Vegetables like asparagus, broccoli, spinach, red bell peppers, radishes. These are cell-cleansing, alkaline-promoting foods that help flush toxins, reduce acidity, and keep your energy levels high without messing with your blood sugar. And the benefits? Huge! Better digestion, less joint pain, improved brain clarity, healthier skin, and more consistent energy throughout the day. Every vegetable you eat is a message to your body. Some say, calm, clean, and clear. Others whisper, acid, inflammation, and fatigue. So if you want to feel lighter, sharper, and stronger after every meal, choose the vegetables that your cells are begging for. And remember, just because it came from the earth doesn't mean it's perfect for your body, especially after 60. If this insight helped you see your plate a little differently, hit that AGYY button. Share your favorite go-to veggie in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the achy so you never miss the next tip from Healthy Aging Bites. Because coming up next is the final and maybe most important principle of all. Water. Yes, plain water. How? And when you drink, it could be the difference between aging slowly or aging rapidly. Let's wrap it all up with the power of hydration next. Principle 8. Drink water the right way. How proper hydration revives every cell after 60. Of all the health advice in the world, the one we hear the most and ignore the easiest is this: drink more water. It sounds basic, too simple. But after age 60, this simple habit becomes one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your health, sharpen your mind, support digestion, and even reduce joint pain. Because here's what many people don't realize: your body's sense of thirst weakens with age. That means you can be mildly dehydrated and not even feel thirsty. And when your cells are short on water, nothing in your body works the way it should. Your blood thickens, your digestion slows, your energy dips, and toxins linger longer than they should, making you feel foggy, stiff, tired, and older than you are. Let me introduce you to Ray, a 69-year-old retiree from Oregon. Ray wasn't one for sugary drinks or alcohol, but like a lot of older adults, he simply forgot to drink water. "I never feel thirsty," he told me, "so I figure I'm probably fine." But Ray had chronic acid reflux, dry skin, occasional dizziness, and low energy. His doctor had ruled out major issues, but something still felt off. I asked Ray to start one new habit: drink a glass of warm water first thing in the morning. Then aim for 6-8 more glasses of plain water throughout the day. Sip, don't chug, and avoid drinking large amounts during meals. Ray called me 2 weeks later and said, "Doc, I feel better than I have in years. No joke. My digestion is calm. I wake up alert, and I even feel like my brain is sharper." That's what hydration does. It doesn't scream. It doesn't shock your system. It gently resets your body's entire internal environment quietly, effectively, and deeply. Here's what happens when you drink water the right way. Your cells receive the oxygen and nutrients they need. Your joints stay lubricated and flexible. Your blood maintains a healthy flow and pressure. Your kidneys flush out toxins more efficiently. Your brain stays clearer, especially in the afternoon. Your skin even begins to glow again. And no, you don't need to chug gallons. In fact, drinking too much at once can overwhelm your kidneys. It's not about quantity in one sitting, it's about consistency. So here's what works best after 60. Start your day with 8-12 ounces of warm water. You can add lemon if you like. Sip water regularly between meal set, a gentle reminder if you tend to forget. Avoid sugary drinks, soda, or juices. They dehydrate more than they hydrate soda. Use a reusable water bottle to track how much you're drinking. Stop drinking large amounts of water at least 1-2 hours before bedtime to avoid sleep disruption. And yes, if plain water is hard for you, infuse it with slices of cucumber, mint, citrus, or even berries. The point is to create a habit that your body looks forward to and that your cells can rely on. Otto Warburg reminded us that oxygen is what keeps cells alive. Well, guess what carries that oxygen? Water. So if you want to stay energized, mentally sharp, and resilient against disease, water isn't optional. It's your daily dose of life. And the best part? It's free. No prescription, no side effects. Just nature's perfect medicine, flowing through you glass by glass, day by day. So if this final principle resonated with you, and if you're ready to make hydration a non-negotiable part of your life, hit that EGAG like button, share this video with someone you care about, and drop a comment telling us, how many glasses of water do you drink a day? And most importantly, subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites and tap that ACO bell icon. That way, you'll never miss the next science-backed tip that could transform your aging journey. Because up next, we'll wrap it all together with a complete daily blueprint for thriving after 60: what to eat, when to move, how to breathe, and how to keep your body vibrant and strong, one day at a time. Until then, stay hydrated, stay moving, stay inspired. We'll see you in the next video. Final message. Your new chapter starts today, one simple step at a time. If you've made it this far, take a moment and really let that sink in. You just learned 8 life-changing principles rooted in science, backed by real stories, and designed for real people just like you, people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond who aren't done living, they're just getting started. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You don't need extreme diets, intense workouts, or a cabinet full of supplements. You just need this: a glass of warm lemon water in the morning, a salad at lunch to flood your cells with enzymes, a smarter snack that fuels you, not drains you, a 15-minute walk that clears your mind, a few deep breaths to bring calm and clarity, clean, lean protein that nourishes, not inflames, vegetables that heal, not spike your blood sugar, water sipped consistently to keep every cell alive and thriving. These aren't health hacks. They're acts of love, daily reminders to your body that it still matters. that you still care, that you're not done yet. Because aging isn't something that happens to you. It's something you can do with intention, with dignity, with strength. I've seen people in their 60s reverse inflammation. People in their 70s regain clarity and energy. People in their 80s start dancing again, literally. And they didn't do it with luck. They did it with tiny, consistent choices, the same choices you now have at your fingertips. So what happens next? In our next video, I'm going to walk you through a full 24-hour blueprint for healthy aging step by step. You'll know what to do when you wake up, what to eat, and when, how to move with ease, how to breathe through stress, and how to go to bed feeling proud of yourself, not overwhelmed. It's simple, it's doable, and it's designed just for you. Aging. But before we dive into that, I need your help. If you found this video valuable, even just one of the 8 principles, please do this. Tap the like button, leave a comment, and tell us which principle you're most excited to try. Share this video with a friend, a sibling, or a neighbor who could use this message. And most importantly, subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites and hit that ACO bell icon so you'll be first to know when the next video drops. Your support means everything. It's what helps us keep creating honest, helpful, uplifting content for people who are ready to take aging into their own hands and make it vibrant. You are not too old. You are not too late. And you are absolutely worth this effort. Your body still listens. Your cells still respond. And your next chapter? It starts right now. So take a breath. Take a sip of water. And take that very first small step. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay strong, stay curious, stay alive. Healthy Aging Bites.